throwing on first down is Mahomes.
He'll get this complete to Kadarius Toney.
And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. Now another timeout called for by the offense as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Looking to throw is Mahomes. It's Kelsey on the grab. He's brought down at the 34. Call it a gain of 4.
That's now 4 completions in a row. A good bounce back following the interception last drive.
Certainly not letting it affect him, that's for sure. And we all know interceptions are going to happen. So the big trick, don't let it affect you going forward. Most of the good quarterbacks, they just tell the ball boy, get that one out of the rotation, give me a fresh ball, and let's go. He's got his offense moving again.
So on 3rd down, the field goal unit will come out as he'll try to get 3 before half. From the right hash, this from 48. And his kick is good. Not by much. It was leaking oil in the end, but he tucks it in the bottom right corner. And that lead is back down to 9 now. So that, a good kick. We haven't talked about it much, but the wind is prevalent, and he drove that right into the wind.
Yeah, and don't forget the wind can swirl down there, too. So being able to read it, how it's coming, left to right, right to left, and to be able to execute that kick, that's pretty darn strong right there.
So we've reached halftime here.
Message received here. No need to wait. We're going to skip halftime and get right back to the action. Here comes the 3rd quarter.
Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half.
And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive.
As they begin their second half here, Charles, offensively, not where they want to be, obviously. They're losing in this ball game, but very much within striking distance. We'll see what adjustments they make in the second half.
Is that the old glass half full, half empty type of a deal? Which way do you want to look at it? Because you're right, they're down on the scoreboard, but they're definitely opportunities now, because if they want to go ahead and get going in this one, get back to the running game. I think there are going to be some places to go with it, and I think the offensive line will appreciate the chance to fire out and hit people.
That's a good point, because they virtually had nothing going in the ground game in that first half.
They'll try for the first with Pacheco, and he'll get up to the 43-yard line. It's a gain of 8, and it'll wind up moving the chains.
Brandon, what were they thinking on defense there? They looked like they were playing for the pass. That was 3rd and short. Yeah, it was an easy pickup because they handed it to him. That was way too easy.
Just looked like absolute confusion defensively. Not sure why they were in that set.
Yeah, I'd say you ought to have a few men in the box there.
Mahomes now on 1st down. And a penalty flag comes in as that one winds up incomplete, but the contact is going to move the ball well downfield.
So pass interference, the call there, always, obviously, Charles, such a subjective call. You agree with the penalty?
Well, from where we're standing right now, I think the officials are tightening things up here in the second half. Maybe a defender gets away with that in the first, but this time the flag comes out, and I think it's a good call.
And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down. Now Mahomes. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, 3rd down. From the gun, it's Mahomes. That'll be caught by Rice. And he is stopped just short on 3rd down. Got 9 yards, but needed 10.
So much about offense is what you call hidden yardage. You know, you throw the ball to someone, they catch it, and then they can make a big play. You know, they create a play, run after catch. They did a really nice job there of limiting that and keeping him from a first down.
Yeah, stopped him in his tracks.
Cade York on now for the field goal.
From the right hash, it's a 35-yard attempt.
York able to send this one through.
And that'll move him back within 6 now.
So they were facing the deficit coming out of the locker room at intermission, and at least they're able to get the field goal to cut into that deficit.
Yeah, now your offense feels pretty good about itself, right? A little bit more up to speed coming out of the break. You turn to your defense now and say, hey, we got 3 there. We're chipping into the lead. Can you help us out? Hold them. Let's get the ball back for us.
So now the Dolphins set to take over on offense. They've got the lead right now in this ball game, and they got the victory last week against the Rams. So some good momentum as they come up 1st and 10. Here's Achane to start the drive. That's to about the 28. 2nd down coming up.
I think if we put together a job description for a middle linebacker, we would start with being able to hold down things in the middle of the line of scrimmage and be able to take on blockers. But how about the guys who can go sideline to sideline and make plays?
Love a guy that can do that. We saw a perfect example of it right there.
58 yards rushing on 12 carries for him now. On the handoff, it's Achane.
Nowhere to go that time. He maybe got a yard up to the 40.
Now 2nd and 9.
A give. This is Wilson. And he'll be brought down.
Alhamdulillah,
shy
you're
of the 45.
After 6 all around.
There, and it leaves him with 3rd and 5.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
Hill going to go in motion right. And he'll get it here on the touch pass.
And he gets it down to the 48, enough for the first. It's an 8-yard pickup and leads to a new set of downs. So now 1st and 10 in Chiefs territory at the 48-yard line.
In motion is McKenzie. Oh, that is well read defensively. A great job of setting the edge, and that little touch pass is going to turn into a loss. Well, I think the hope is, you know, with a touch pass like that, maybe you catch the defense off guard, but they were all over that one.
And it is the kind of play that works better against certain defenses, and this clearly was the wrong one to run into. Really nice job getting him down behind the line of scrimmage. I've got a good friend in football, always talks about predictive history. He's got one of their 2 touchdowns. You can understand why they tried to find him again. Weren't able to connect, but the thought, that was good.
And going deep for Hill. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
And that's a really good job there defensively. They went into this possession knowing that they needed to get a stop. They're in a tight ball game, and they got it done. Great work to force the 3 and out. Got the football right back for their offense. They've got to go to the sidelines feeling pretty good about themselves and encouraging their offensive mates to get some points.
Just 21 yards on the punt there.
And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. They'll begin the drive with Hunt. And really, Charles, not much of a surprise that they're losing. They just haven't been able to get much of anything going in the pass game. And as you well know, in today's NFL, if the passing game isn't working, usually not much else is working either.
Exactly right about that, partner. And I know that right now the easy answer would be, hey, let's run the football. But that might not be everything you need. So despite the fact that they've struggled throwing it, they've got to find some type of a play, multiple plays, that puts the ball in the air and allows for them to have some success.
And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45.
On 1st and 10, here's Pacheco.
And he's across midfield and into Miami territory. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4. Now Mahomes gives to Hunt.
Corner, man.
Consecutive runs of 6 yards gives him a 1st and 10.
You know what really fires up offensive linemen? When the guy that is carrying the ball behind them can create his own space and break a tackle along the way.
On 1st down, they'll run with Hunt. And he'll
and that was a quality play to start a new set of downs. That was simply an offensive line winning the battle up front and winning in a big way and giving their guy in the backfield a nice lane to hit.
And he's got another 1st down as he's brought down at the Dolphins' 27-yard line. They pick up 12 on the play there, and they move the chains. Mahomes now on 1st down.
Oh, wow.
They'll go screen here to
Oh,
Hunt.
what are you?
Down he
Oh,
goes
wow.
at the
What a liar.
23, a pickup of 4.
Good reactions there defensively. That screen was a little slow in developing, and they shut that one down with little gain.
Mahomes to throw on 2nd down. Complete. The tight end, Kelsey. So the completion good for 6 yards. And they'll be faced with a 3rd and inches.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on 2nd down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives them a much better opportunity to convert on 3rd down.
The battle in the trenches never more important than right now. This is 3rd and inches. Headed straight, it's Pacheco. Well, they hit him in the backfield, and he will not escape. And that is not going to get it done. This linebacking core, they've done a good job of keeping that running game in check, haven't they?
They certainly have, and what they'll also do when this game is over is thank the guys up front, the big defensive line, because they've kept them clean, so to speak. Not letting blockers get to them, allowing them to run to the football and keep that running game bottled up.
So the Chiefs in possession of the ball as we welcome you back. And they've got a 4th down now in a game that, to be honest, has been pretty much everything we could have asked for. Now Mahomes got to have this one. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And this 10-play drive winds up yielding nothing. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. Well, they can smell victory, partner. They can see it on the horizon, but certainly we're not done yet here. Defense still has 3 timeouts, and obviously this is a very slim lead they're holding on to.
And let's face it, the easiest way to get this done, challenge your ground game. Challenge your offensive line, your tight ends, your receivers, anyone who's going to lay down a block. Don't let there be penetration because they're going to stack the line of scrimmage.
Well, he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. Inside the 20. Boom. Still fighting through tackles. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown. Devon Achane, his 3rd rushing touchdown on the year. And the Dolphins use the big play to extend their 4th quarter lead. That was a pretty impressive touchdown play. Those broken tackles, those weren't easy to get by.
No, they really weren't. And they've had trouble tackling throughout this ball game. But on this particular play, how about that move? Or I should say moves with an S. Because I don't care if you're a great tackler. You had trouble getting him on the ground on that play.
The two are going to try and throw for it. And he's got it. So the 2-point conversion is good. And they add on to their 4th quarter lead. And, of course, on the 2-point try, had the option to run or pass. They pass it there, and it works.
Felt pretty straightforward, didn't it? An open receiver, ball's put on him, 2 points for them.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And from back there, a wise move. He'll just sit on this one, and it'll come out to the 25. They'll come up 1st and 10 here. Mahomes finding Hunt. And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34. They'll come up now on 2nd down. Mahomes will throw. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Hunt. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds.
Well, 2 timeouts still remaining, but scoring quickly, a must. It's 1st and 10. Mahomes firing complete. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down. And we've reached the 1-minute mark in this game. He's going to let it fly. And this is caught. Here's 1st and goal. Mahomes. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away.
You get into these 2-minute drill situations and you often got tired legs on the offensive line. But these defenders, they've been rotating in and out, and they're a little bit fresher and quicker. And the pressure there forced the incompletion.
And it's caught. He's got it for a late touchdown, but probably a little too late. It would take a miracle of epic proportions if they're going to pull this one off.
Now Cade York for the extra point.
It's up and good, a 7-point margin. It's 20-13 now. So the drive there took 6 plays. The clock showing 19 seconds to go. And it's capped off with a Kansas City touchdown. And this is going to be recovered by the hands team. And that should just about put a capper on this one. Well, 4th quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
Now a second timeout called for by the defense, as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the ball game.
Tua going to tap this forward on the jet sweep.
And he'll be brought down at about the 42. And a timeout coming in. This will be their final one with 10 seconds remaining. And they'll need to get to the 35 if they want to keep this drive going on 3rd down.
Now Tagovailoa.
And he's taken down. A Chiefs sack. Looks like a 9-yard loss. And it also brings up 4th.
So a victory here for the Miami Dolphins. And, of course, this is a win they're going to hang their hat on. They go on the road and defeat the defending Super Bowl champs.
Partner, they came, they saw, they conquered.
They conquered.
But before all that happened with the conquering part, they believed. They thought it all week. It was evident when we talked to them before the ball game that they thought they could get this done, and they knew exactly how, had a plan for